Hey guys, my name's Amy. I'm a motion graphic designer and I've been working in After Effects for about 6 years now. I finally decided to make this tutorial series because I think it would be a pretty neat resource for people that might just be starting out and have no clue where to start. There's a lot to learn here, but once you get the basics down, the rest is just polish. I mean, it's just a matter of how much time do you want to spend on it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up to Composition, New Composition, and this will bring up our composition settings window, and we'll give this a name, main. And it's a good habit to label all of your comps and layers because when you've got 70, 80 different elements in your project window, it starts to get really messy. So taking that extra 2 seconds to label things will help you stay organized and ultimately save you time. So if we click down here, we'll see all of our frame resolution presets. There's plenty to choose from, but don't be overwhelmed. If you're a YouTuber like myself, anything that's 1280 by 720 will fill the full window. So we'll go ahead and choose, it's already selected here, we'll choose 720p, and that should be good. Pixel aspect ratio. Your pixel aspect ratio is going to be the comparison of width to height of 1 pixel in an image. And yes, I did Wikipedia that before creating this because truthfully, I don't know what it does, only what looks good for what I need. So square pixels tend to be the best for web-based video, so I usually just leave that alone. Frame rate. Frame rate is the number of individual frames per second. So the more frames that you have, the smoother your video will be. 29.97 is generally what I use, though this may be different for you. Depending on, I guess, where you live in the world, television standards are different. In the US and Canada, we use NTSC, but overseas people work with PAL, so it kind of just depends, I guess. If you're doing any sort of project that will be broadcast on television, that might be a little bit different for you. Resolution is going to be the quality you'll be setting for your preview window. So you can change this at any time. I find it much easier to animate at quarter resolution because the render time is much faster. But if you really need to see the details, like the colors and the textures in your project, you can always flip it back to full. Start time code. I haven't really messed with this ever. I'm sure that it serves a purpose, but I don't know, ignorance is bliss, I guess. If anyone can explain the usefulness of this feature, I would love to know. And last but not least, we have our duration. That's going to be the length of your animation. So we'll make this 20 seconds. And that should be good, and we'll say OK. And now we have our project set up and we're ready to animate.